Hello, everyone. Welcome to Verlita's Everything in Between podcast and also my YouTube channel. I wanted to drop a quick video about case manager certification. I am a certified case manager and I became certified after I tested in December 2024. And so I know there are a lot of you out there that are preparing to take the exam or are required to take the exam for your job. So I just wanted to share what I utilized that helped me pass the exam. Of course, it doesn't mean that using everything I use will work for every person, because obviously it won't. And there are many people who use a completely different list of resources and are able to pass the exam. But I just thought I would share what I utilized and what I found helpful in order for me to pass in December 2024. Um, I just want to say that if you are required to take the exam for your test, as I was, um, I would suggest that you start studying and preparing for it as soon as you're aware that it's a requirement, just because you don't want to wait to the last minute. It is a lot of information to review, to consume, to learn. So I would suggest that, as soon as you're aware that you are required to take the test, many companies or jobs will give you a year, 2 years to prepare. So, I would just start studying for it, as soon as you could, as soon as you can, in order to give yourself time to prepare for it and test and pass it, right? So it's a lot of information, as I stated before. I believe it's about 180 questions. Not all of the 180 questions are scored. I believe about 150 are actually scored, but it's a lot of questions. It's a lengthy test. So what I utilized for that was, first of all, and probably the most important thing to start with, is believing that I was capable of passing the exam, and on the first attempt. And I think that that is important, that we believe in ourselves, that we're more than able to do that. So if you have to, use affirmations, daily affirmations to lift yourself up if you're in doubt, then do that. For me, I use prayer and scripture to encourage myself and remind myself that I'm more than able, right, to pass the exam or whatever challenges I may be going through, or whatever new achievements I may be trying to attain. I always try to make sure that I am rooted and grounded and just believe that I'm able. And so I just encourage you guys, if you have doubts in yourself, just to find those affirmations and just repeat those to yourself. Or if you are spiritual or, Christian, I would say, get in the Bible and find some scriptures that are encouraging to you. So that is, I feel like, the most important part, is to first believe you are able to. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you find resources that you plan to utilize in order to study and prepare for the test. For me, I used this book. It's CCM Certification Made Easy, written by Deanna Gillingham. She's an RN and a certified case manager. I, again, don't believe this book is listed on the website, on the CCMC website as a resource. This was actually recommended to me by a colleague, so I utilized this book. I also utilized a Facebook study group by the name of CCM Study Group. Depending on the testing cycle that you're in, the name will change. So, for instance, with this being July, if you plan to test in August of 2025 this year, the group will be entitled August 2025 CCM Study Group. If you're testing in December, the name will change to December 2025 CCM Study Group on Facebook. That group is headed up by, well, when I was a part of the group, it was headed up by Colleen Morley, I believe is her name. She's very knowledgeable, has a long list of credentials behind her name, and she pretty much teaches this book word for word. She has a lot of she likes to receive questions from the group, and so that's always great as well. She's so willing to answer your questions. She also likes to utilize the knowledge those that are in the group, right? Because we come from various backgrounds, whether it's hospital, nursing home, hospice, insurance. So she likes to call on or ask for people to, give their experiences in the group. And also, in the group I was in, not many people volunteered a lot of the times, but she definitely leaves room for us to be a part of it. She also likes to ask for people who are willing to present on the information that is in the book, because again, it's a lot of information, and you're tested over 5 different domains, and the study group actually is breaks it down into the domains that are going to be tested. And I wanted to make sure I was accurate in the domain, so I'm going to read to you the 5 domains that are tested, and that this book actually reviews, and also that the Facebook study group that I mentioned. But it is care delivery and reimbursement methods. It is also psychosocial concepts and support systems, quality and outcomes, evaluations and measurements, rehabilitation concepts and strategies, and ethical, legal, and practice standards. So those are the 5 domains that you are going to be tested over on that test, those 180 question, that 180 question test. And so the Facebook group was, just like I said, really helpful to me because I could go back and review those previous sessions that were already there. She does not take those videos down. If you are able to join them live, you are able to go back and review the sessions that are recorded live. And if you were not able to attend the live study session, then you can, when you have time, go find that video. She does not take them down. And if I was not able to attend, would go find that video. Also went back to other testing cycles. For instance, like I said, I tested in December 2024. I also went back to August 2024 and watched some of those videos. In April 2024, watched some of those. I think I even went back to 2023 to watch some of those videos because she uses different presenters. There are some presenters that are pretty consistent each study cycle, but there's always usually some different presenters. And it helps sometimes to test or to hear it taught from different people, right? So I found it very helpful that those videos are left up and I could go back and review in any of the testing cycles. So that, and then I also use the CCMC study app. So it is actually called CCM Quiz app. So I downloaded that, was able to study and get test questions from that app. And then also the CCMC has another app that actually is about or has the glossary terms, in which there are lots, there are hundreds of terms. I have to be transparent. I did not spend a tremendous amount of time reviewing all of the terms. Um, I did review them. I did study them on a few occasions, but um, I just being transparent, did not spend a tremendous amount of time on the terms. I knew many of them when I did review them. I knew many of the terms already, and I'm sure if you already work in case management, you're probably going to be familiar with a lot of those terms. But of course, no one knows everything, so it's just going to be important that we all, make sure that we have a good knowledge base. Before you go in to take the test. So those are the tools that I used. Again, I use this book here. I use the Facebook study group. I use the Commission for Case Manager Certification apps, which was their CCM quiz app and their glossary app. So, and it was helpful. Again, I tested in December 2024, was able to pass first attempt. And again, it was required by my job, and I was just happy to have it done and have it behind me to be certified, because I had another test that I had to begin preparing for, which was my LCSW, my licensed clinical social work exam. I will be doing a video on that as well. So hope you guys find that helpful. Again, what works for me might not work for you, but sometimes you just kind of need to know which direction to go in. Again, the CCMC website is a tremendous resource. So go to that website. You'll have to go there anyway if you plan to get approved to test. So check out that website, click on the different links and see the information that they share. with you. And then, other than that, again, I wish you the best of luck and go into that test knowing that you're prepared and that you're able to pass it. I believe you can do it. Let me be the first to say that I believe you can do it. Okay, until next time, be well, everyone. Bye.